A very good morning. This is YES101's official radio for the Newsfirst team. I'm Stephen Machado. Let's get into local news fast. A special Gazette notification has been issued declaring all services related to electricity supply as essential services. The notification has been issued under the powers vested in President Kumar Dissanayake in accordance with Section 2 of the Essential Public Services Act No. 61 of 1979. According to the Gazette, the decision was taken considering the necessity of ensuring the continuation of normal public life and the possibility of disruptions or hindrances to such essential services. In more local news, trade unions of the Ceylon Electricity Board have decided to intensify their ongoing trade union action by expanding the Work to Rule campaign. Accordingly, from midnight yesterday, all production-related activities have been halted. The campaign will continue for the 18th day today. Speaking to the media, Koshala Abesingha, chairman of the CEB Technical Officers Union, said that the third phase of the Work to Rule campaign commenced from midnight yesterday. He added that the trade union leaders will meet at noon today to decide on the next steps. He also noted that discussions will also focus on further intensifying the campaign and the reviewing possible government responses. A total of 25 trade unions, including the CEB Engineers Union, aligned with opposition political parties, have been engaged in various forms of trade union action in recent days. These include sick leave protests, work to rule campaigns, and demonstrations. The unions are making 24 key demands, mainly tied to securing benefits during the restructuring of the CEB. Under the recently approved Electricity Act, the CEB is to be restructured into 4 state-owned enterprises. Key demands of the protesters include granting overdue promotions and salary arrears, adding the 10,000 rupee allowance paid temporarily as a salary component to the basic salary from the 31st of December 2023, implementing a 25% salary increase effective from the 1st of January 2025, along with arrears, removing the 5 million rupee cap on compensation paid under the voluntary retirement scheme, appointing directors to represent employees, entering into agreements covering wages, allowances, incentives, and non-monetary and non-monetary benefits, and granting a 50% increase in the basic salary. In an effort to address these issues, Chairman of the CEB, Professor Udanga Hemapala, together with senior officials, called for discussions with all registered trade unions. Although 42 trade unions are registered with the CEB, only 7 participated in the talks. President Kumar Dissanayake is scheduled to leave for the United States today to attend the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly. The president is set to depart the island this evening and will address the UN General Assembly on Wednesday at 3:15 p.m. New York time. During his visit, President Dissanayake is also expected to hold bilateral discussions with UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and several world leaders. In addition, he will meet with members of the Sri Lankan community living in the United States. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Employment and Tourism Vijitha Herwath will accompany the president on this visit. Up next is international news.
International news.
In international news, Sir Keir Starmer has announced the UK's recognition of Palestinian state in what represents a significant change in government policy. In a video statement on X, the Prime Minister said, quote, "In the face of growing horror in the Middle East, we are acting to keep alive the possibility of peace and a two-state solution." End quote. Australia, Canada and Portugal also announced formal recognition of the Palestinian state, with France expected to follow. The decision has drawn fierce criticism from the Israeli government, families of hostages held in Gaza and some conservatives. Responding yesterday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, "A Palestinian state, quote-unquote, will not happen." Up next is sports.
Sports news.
In sports news, it's cricket. A 105-run opening stand between Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill helped defending champions India beat Pakistan by 6 wickets in their Asia Cup Super 4 match yesterday, a second victory over their arch-rivals in the T20 tournament. Putting to fat burst, Pakistan set a target of 172, which they reached with 7 balls remaining. There was no handshake between the team players yet again, with the match played amid lingering tensions between the two nations in the wake of the military conflict between the two nuclear-armed neighbors in May this year. The Indian openers exchanged some heated words with the Pakistani bowlers early on during the chase, with the umpire having to step in between Sharma and Haris Rauf at one point. And with that, we wrap up this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the News First team, I'm Stevin Machado. Thank you for watching.